Alright, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Alright, testing 1 2, test. Yep, we're good. Damn, I forgot to take my ass down there. Hello. Hello and welcome everyone to the stream. I am Darksky. When last we left off, we had just completed the 5.1 MSQ, and that was fun, but I think now we begin the part that everyone has been looking forward to. It's time to meet the boyfriend. He's been waiting for us, and we've been waiting for him. So, before we get started and jump into things, I think I should mention it is December 21st. So, with me working tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, and Sunday being, of course, Christmas, this is almost definitely going to be the last stream of this week. I wanted to get this part done before I take my little break here. Happy first day of Yule. I believe it's the first day of Yule to those who celebrate. And continuing on, I think Hanukkah's still going on, right? And I don't think Kwanzaa starts till after Christmas. And those are all the denominational holidays. Is that what you call it? Those. Happy winter holidays. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Just wanted to make a note that this is going to be the last stream for this week. And, yeah, so I know that they have shortened this because, damn, it used to be a long, long quest to unlock this. But we'll get more into that after we talk to someone who definitely totally isn't Nero. Legacy of Alec. Oh, fuck, I forgot what voice I did. I'm so bad. I always forget what voices I do. Do I know you? Unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Euralatia himself? Amazing! And why did I make him sound old? Why does he sound old? And more than a little serendipitous, one might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep can cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A man with absolute confidence in his own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rambros at St. Coinoc's Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Alright, I'll see you later. So, funny story, I am an FF14 veteran, which means I have been playing this game long enough to know that when I first played this game, when I first started, and I beat Base 2.0, I was like, hey, what's this quest that Nero gives, I would say to my friend. And he's like, oh, don't worry about that. Not because we thought it was unimportant to the story or anything. I was like, wait, what? Why shouldn't I work? It's like a blue quest. Doesn't that make it, like, important? He's like, yeah, it's for the 24-man raid, the Crystal Tower series. You can't really do it. I'm like, why? You need 24 people to do it, and we can't do that. Because I'm pretty sure back then... Oh, fuck. The Party Finder's always been around, right? I think? But there was no cross-world Party Finder, and there was no cross-world Party Finder, and there wasn't a fucking 24-man roulette. There wasn't a 24-man raid roulette. So Crystal Tower just sort of sat there, and like no new players could really do it, because realistically you couldn't just round up 23 other players to do it. So it was just, I didn't do it until they brought in the 24-man raid roulette. So yeah, I think that was, what was that, closer to Stormblood when they brought that in? So it was at least probably a year into my FF14 career that I finally got a chance to play Crystal Tower. And now, if you're doing your roulettes every day, you do it every fucking day. Hey, Rambros. Why, if it isn't Euralatia himself, I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb. Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropo-geographical endeavor. Quite how he came to know of this is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find himself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Know this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first... Eurala! I thought it was you. Who's this? Ah, it's Sid. What brings you to St. Coinox? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low and apparently insuperable? Okay. Yes? No? And now I need water. I always have at least 2 bottles of water with me. Sonic was nice because I didn't have to read much. I'm looking forward to playing that again, but that's another stream. Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well, Master Garland. Our intrepid hero here caught wind of the forthcoming expedition, and has kindly pledged to assist us. He has he? Glad to have you aboard, Eurala. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The Sons of St. Coinoc are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allegan Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allegan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero Tolskeva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. So you guys dig up dinosaurs. Got a little Irish with that Jeff Goldblum impression. Now, to the core of the matter. Here in Mor Dhona, there stands an entire Allegan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the Lesser Moon Dalamut before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal, that word, Legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But, like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. Oh my God, Sid, I hate your voice. Why did I give you this voice? So, like, did there used to be... Are there any 1.0 players around that can tell me that, like, where the Crystal Tower is now, there was, like, a mountain or something? If it was flat landscape, right? I have a hard time believing that, like, the Crystal Tower rose up, right? So, like, I don't know. It's so fucking big. Like, if it was underground in a cavern and, like, we discovered, like, a cave entrance that led to it, that'd be a different story. But, like, it's so fucking huge. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal, pointed at the bosom of the heavens. That's a sentence. So, like, I know, like, you couldn't fly in original Realm Reborn, but, Sid has a fucking airship. How high does that barrier go up? Are you telling me he couldn't fly over these barriers? We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peek through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues, carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen, the 8 Sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them. It is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not oh, here we go. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues, or the front door is forever beyond our reach. Okay, there you go. Question answered. I think I need to tone down Sid's voice just so it doesn't hurt mine. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Urela, but I can think of no finer man for the task. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you had a taste of these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Our first objective is to reach the entrance of the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the four elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said it exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe's strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lenosha, where both the Sopsis spawning grounds and Ugamaro mines are located. You may be certain that these materials used in the Beastmen's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. So this fucking part. Oh yeah, I got... Let's use that mount for a while. There's crema time, so... Yeah, add that to the hot bear. And... Okay. So yeah, I don't remember the MSQ ever taking us to Camp Overlook. I think I mentioned that before. Do I still... The question is, do I still have to do fates to get these crystals? I know the ones in Kurthas made you do a couple fates. So hopefully that's been shortened down. Excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me. Okay. Where's my burb? Where's my burb? Okay. Oh, I didn't summon my boy. There he is. Okay. This time for real. There we go. Okay, that's one down. Next up. All the way over here. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I did the Void Arc series, no problem. Of course, those were, you know, relevant. So, yeah, there were still enough people, you know, going through the Duty Finder to do that stuff. So I really didn't have too much of an issue getting into those. And I think it was late Heavensward when they added the 24-man roulette. So that's when I finally got to do Crystal Tower. And fucking proof of my... no, I guess I shouldn't say too much about my personal self. It's going to be a hard line to tread, staying in character and out of character. That got to put the glasses on, be Clark Kent for a while, take them off, be support man. Okay. Lol? Oh no. I think 2.2 is Leviathan, isn't that? That'll be fun to do. Where are we going? Oh, wait, that's something else. I was heading in the direction of another quest. I forget these areas have their own unique music. So I'm very interested to find out why exactly the Crystal Tower is in the key artwork for 6.3. Huh. What could we possibly be going back to the Crystal Tower for? In the screenshots they've shown so far, I think it's just Garlemald stuff. With Zero and Garlemald and whatnot. How progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastmen's strongholds? I got this one and that one. So these are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I have seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing can compare to these. Their purity is astounding. You have done well, Urela. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in, how do you pronounce this? Zaharak, the war camp of the Almaja in Thanalin. The latter in Nautilin, the roost of the Ixal in the hills of Kurthis. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Alright, to Zarak. About the same distance away, but we'll go here. Yeah, swoop. Was I talking about something important before I started that cutscene? I don't think so. Memory. Who needs memory? I don't. I obviously don't have it, so it must not be that important. Would that my father had given me a better brain. Oh fuck, I can't go this way. Damn it. Maybe you can just get a new brain. I don't see why I couldn't. Just pop it in, right? Okay, I think this was definitely a fate that I had to do. So it looks like they got rid of the fate portion, which is very much something I appreciate. Just sitting out here waiting for these fates to spawn was so fucking boring. I remember people just going around trying to clear... When they added the 24-man roulette, a lot of people started going back and doing Crystal Tower. So obviously I wasn't the only one who unfortunately had to skip out on it. And I remember just lots of people going through these zones, clearing out all the fates, just hoping that would force the ones we needed to spawn. I do that every time. Can I go over these mountains? Yeah, okay. This one in particular is the one I remember the most, because it's the one that refused to spawn. I don't know if these fates still exist, but you had to wait right here for this fucking fate to spawn, and it never did. I remember just spending like an entire day waiting for the fate to spawn. For this fucking guy. I am very thankful for that. Can you go on top of this? I don't think you can reach this normally. Can you land on it, though? That's the question. No, you cannot. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. How far out can you go towards Midgard Sommer? Let's find out. Oh, that is not a high detail model. Don't get too close. We're getting pretty close. Close enough to see the lack of detail. Hey, Dragon Dad. Hope you're sleeping well. Alright. It's like if you... is that where the big explosion happened? I think so. Anyway. It's like if you go to the frickin'... what are the Steps of Faith in front of Ishgard, and you just fly over there. There's two different bridges. There's the bridges you can fly over, which is really skinny, and then there's the cutscene bridge where you have all the fights on, and it's really big. Don't make no sense. Clearly it wasn't intended to ever be flown close to. Urela, it is good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastmen? Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we will require your services once again. Sanding it down. The flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process. A specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance, namely aether sand, which has 4 elemental aspected varieties. Alas, aether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not usual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the goldsmiths of the guild in Ul'dah seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available. I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in. I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I am well aware that acquiring aether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment for our purchase and send you to speak directly with the Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when next we meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of ether sand we require. Reading's hard, guys. At least for me. That reminds me, the other day, FF14 was like, hey, get ready for the new raid series, for the new 24-man, called Euphrosyne? It's spelled weird. I don't really know how to pronounce it.
And so I just replied, alright, how do you even pronounce this? Right? You know, and I got a couple of replies on that from Twitter. And people were like, oh, you know, I think it's pronounced this way. Well, here's like a non-native, non-English speaking pronunciation, yada, yada, yada. Then there was one guy that's like, well, actually, it's basic freaking consonant to vowel structure. Why don't you try digging deep into the depths of your mind to learn past your freaking pre-K learning? And I'm just like, hello? Do I know you? Is there something I've done to personally offend you? It read so personal. Like we've been arguing for like 20 years. Sort of like, oh, it's that guy. I need to throw shade at him. Ah, Master Tia. Welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? Money. You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Koinok. What fortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Rambros with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected ether sand. I am afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jemime, I assume that's pronounced, over... Ah, I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink the whole design. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Payment? Really? Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our resources budget as is. I suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or 2. Eureka! It's been too long. What brings you here, then? Got your eye on something expensive, have ya? I've got to stop doing these voices, man. Well, now, that is quite a pouch of money. The sound of so many gil clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming, yet invigorating at the same time. Oh, no. You're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the elegant civilization subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy thinkering with the new airship design to think of much else, see? Well, I say thinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard how you lot had used the corrupted crystals on board the Enterprise. As a matter of fact, anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for a you lad. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this gentleman is a representative of the organization that reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that his purse is considerably larger than yours. You hear that, guys? It's confirmed canon, Uriel is packing. Hello, person who just joined right now to hear me say that. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think of another technological innovation or 2. Hello, Lita. How did you get here? I'm not sure. Did you make a wrong turn somewhere? I can point you to Google for directions. That's what I always do. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, right? Then rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself, and it just so happens that I know a good place to start. There is said to be a peddler in northern Thanalan who, very occasionally, handles the earth-aspected variety of ether sand, which is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanalan without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Frog, and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Aye. Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. My voice is a little easier on my voice. I think I did. Well, hopefully you enjoy your time here, however long that may be. To Blue Frog. More water. Not enough. Alright, Wedge, where are you? Where's Wedge? Save your greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat, silent type. The type that has a handle on and holds no less than a pint of ale. Huh? You wish to hear my tale? I warn you. 'Tis no stirring epic, but as you asked, my employer, a Lalafell lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what it was called, but 'tis apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandits' stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awakened, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion, and I've not seen him since. A friend of yours, is he? Then you best be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the Imagina Mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up to him by now. Alright, Wedge. Just starting out, I see. Well, this is... I am an FF14 veteran who's decided to restart with a new character. So I'm going all the way back through A Realm Reborn. We've completed base 2.0. There is a lot of shit that I have forgotten because my memory is really bad. So there are a lot of moments that I'm like, huh, it's kind of like reacting to it for the first time. Because there is so much about A Realm Reborn that I just completely forgot. And right now we're doing Crystal Tower. Next stream, next week will be Sonic, but next time we come back to 14 will be 2.2. So that's Leviathan and everything. Oh yeah, you guys still care about me. I was like, why aren't they attacking? So when we eventually catch up to everything in Endwalker is when I will officially swap this character with my current main, Ala. Who is the character I've been using in all my other playthrough stuff from late Stormblood through all of Endwalker. So you can go see all his adventures on the channel. But for now, Crystal Tower. Fun times. Well, funner than it was when I originally did it. It was not that fun having to unlock this raid when I first did it. They made some good changes since then. Oh god, what voice did I do for Wedge? Oh yeah, it was like Kermit the Frog.
How could I be so stupid sneaking into the bandit's lair? It's just not the sort of thing I do, and now I'm going to die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go.
That's it, Wedge. You can do it.
I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Please, I'll leave and I'll never come back. Urena, is it really you? How did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some soul and ether sand which Biggs and I need for our research. As it happens, I could see, perhaps...
I can't do this voice for too long. I lose it. It starts to fade away into something else.
It was, I concede, perhaps touch foolish, and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my body...
Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna drink some water, excuse me. Oh, gods.
Before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my Oh dear. It must have fallen out when I was, taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. You'll find the ether sand in my stead. Well, thank the gods. You're a true friend, Urena. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for the visitors.
He's fun. It's hard to keep his voice constant, but he's so fun to do. Alright. Just gonna walk past everybody like they don't care about me now for some reason. What? It's right here. Click on it. Been playing for what will be a year next month, taking a break to grind Dancer and wait for the story to come out. Well, congratulations on your 1-year anniversary. I do believe I've been playing for... I want to say I started 2015. So close to 8 years now is how long I've been playing. Oh, wait, he's down here. Can't leave yet.
Urena, have you had any luck in locating the ether sand? Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand? And you're working with the chief?
Oof, my voice, my throat did a weird thing there.
A treasure trove of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting, I must say. I am half inclined to join you, in fact. I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right. I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind, and you should return to Mor Dhona with the ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps.
Ooh.
Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Urena.
It's like at first I tried doing Kermit the Frog, but then it clearly became something else. Because, like, Biggs doesn't get a lot of voiceover lines, like, especially post A Realm Reborn. I think he had a few lines at the beginning of Shadowbringers, and that's what I'm remembering. And I remember him having just a weird voice, so that's what I went with. Oh, dang, you're a hardcore vet. Yeah, I am an FF14 boomer. Most definitely. Not as old as some. My friend's been playing this since... Well, I almost abandoned that. My friend's been playing this, I want to say since the beta? The beta for PS3? Yeah, since the PS3 days. So, a long time ago. Did he start on the PS4 or was PS3? I think he said he started with the PS3 demo or beta. So, a long ass time. And he was begging me to play this game. This is my first experience with MMOs, like, ever. I don't know if Destiny counts. I played a little bit of that before. But, I mean, it's obviously not like MMO-ass MMO like this one is. Oddly enough, it wasn't until, like, content creators that I subscribed to was, yeah, back in 2015, Two Best Friends Play did some FF14 shit that I watched. I was like, oh, there's cool stuff after, like, the free trial. Okay, maybe I'll give it another shot. And that was 8 years ago. Ah, Urela, you have returned. I take, not the voice I used for him. I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? Got this one and that flavor. I see, 2 varieties. Well, that is 2 more than we could reasonably be expected. And 2 less than I had hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy. You have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You were still in high school 8 years ago? Yeah, been a little bit longer for me. You had help from Biggs and Wedge. Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It will be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any other information on where the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not of as yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. Is there a complication? I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Mayhap an explanation is in order, but first, let us savor the preliminary victory that Urela has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Oh boy. I'll take the money that is actually useful. Oddly enough, sometimes old materia is worth money, and I don't know why. Must be something specific in the crafting log. What was that? It was a weird notification sound. I don't know. Anyway. Yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire 2 remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a Charlian acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania, and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, his lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic. But but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate, as I have mentioned before. The more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you the same mission I assigned my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud and seek out Parsimontre, master of the markets of Gridania. If anyone knows where Aether Sand might be bought, it is he.
He's talking about the boy. I know him. I know him.
What's the closest one? Leather workers, right? Yes, I'm sorry. Did you say you wish to purchase Aether Sand? My dear fellow, have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? Why, I have not seen so much as a grain of Aether Sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you where one might mine the ore from which the water-aspected variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in the area inhabited by a particular pernicious hog. Should you encounter the Batusk Nightmare, you will know that you are in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Very well. Thanks, man. Alright, Earth's Fount is Quarry Mill? Yeah, Earth's Gift. Hopefully one day we'll be able to do... Oh, I saw the shit in the air and I briefly thought for a moment, wait, is he up? Is Odin up? Nah. It'd be nice to do Odin on stream one day. There we go. So I forget what happened to Graha here. Is he just waiting for us? I forget why he was taking his time. Hulking hog carcass. Oh boy. I don't think there's any way I can do Jonathan Bailey justice. Oh, okay. Give me a moment. I'm trying to think about his voice in my head. Okay. I'm going to give this an honest shot. This is in no way going to be a decent Jonathan Bailey impersonation, but hopefully it'll be in character enough. I say this like I have any idea what's about to come out of my mouth. Let's see. Young, but not too young. Young man. British.
You are too late, adventurer. And not only for the intimate...
I immediately fuck up.
You are too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment. You will find no trace of the ore which but recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. Ah, no, you will never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hoped to find is gone, taken by me. God, he was such a smarmy little shit back then, wasn't he? Victory has made me magnanimous, however. Accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source for ether sand with you. The wind-touched variety, to be specific.
What the fuck was that? Oh, it's something I got. It's Christmas gifts. I got charging in the distance. I'm sorry. I was like, who the fuck's in here? Where was I?
Wind-touched variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention. Good. A band of Ixal in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The Ixali logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win.
Oh my god. What a cute, smarmy little shit he was. God, I forgot. Now compare that to the Crystal Exarch. Just the definition of reserved. Alright, so North Shroud, right? I think that's where it is. How good's my memory? There it is. Hey, Christmas! I went the wrong way. Alright. In case you are just now joining us, we are currently in a race with the boyfriend. But I have the advantages of flight, and he does not. Haha! Well, it's nice being able to just come here. Oh no! Still takes a decent amount of time to unlock this raid, damn. Even after how much they shortened it.
Bravo! That was quite the show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind.
Oh, I thought there was more to that. Damn.
I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations! The wind touch abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable... God fucking damn it, why can't I read? And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling the greater prize is mine.
God, he is flirting so hard.
This inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation.
I think I heard him pronounce it appreciation once.
Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Doulahans?
What the fuck's a Doulahan? After this stream, I think I'm just gonna go watch Bridgerton again just to get his voice in my mind. It's been literally 8 months since I last heard Graha's voice. Excuse me. I'm just here to grab this. Thanks. In folklore, it's a headless fairy. Well, I guess that makes sense. I don't think those guys had heads.
Now what were you expecting? I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do you keep it safe, adventurer? Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine.
Nope, he's got a head. Close, no cigar. It's a very tiny head, though. So, those guys have heads. Oh wait, yeah, these guys don't have heads. So yeah, that checks out. Alright. Now we can go back. How long have we been going, by the way? Already at the hour mark. And I jumped off again. Look how pretty that is. I think after this we'll be able to unlock it, though. Finally get in there. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? Here you go. You brought both? I shall have Master Garland begin on the crystals immediately. Oh, I thought that was fucking Fantasia for a second. Been so long since I've seen freaking elixirs. There, that should do the trick. I want the green flavored one. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. It was a trifling matter, I assure you. Urela here is the one who should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from staring up to the Allegan's front door. You can't... wait, who's talking? You can't go without us, Chief. I'll just assume that's Biggs. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get a chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads. I really do. But we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle in technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged into the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed?
Yes, Chief. It's freedom through technology.
Exactly, freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours. Twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and, if needs be, seal away its secrets. You ever wonder what their eyes look like?
A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history.
There he is. Take a good look, Urela. You don't know it yet, but that's your boyfriend. So, your turn at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation?
Why, the task you assigned to me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the ether sand. A task, I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine.
He thinks he's so fucking cool. He's trying so hard to exude top energy. He hasn't earned that yet. It's going to be a couple more 100 years before that happens. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I am Grahatia, one of the students of Baldessian. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Grahatia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him his eccentricities, and welcome him as one of our own. There's a smile. So then, our fellowship is complete, and all stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah! Noah? That is the name I have chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot God damn it. It's the fuzz bucket. Yeah. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of St. Koinarch, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave its mark in the annals of history. I could claim that Noah stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does. Technically, by my true reasons for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by the vaunted Allagan Archmages. Archmages.
In Archmages. I like the sound of that.
Very well. Now that's Sid's voice. Very well. Now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it is time we set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Ready! Man, if they were to ever add voice acting to things, I wish they would add voice acting to 24-man raids. They really need them. There he is. Hi. Height difference. Good. 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 Urela's a full head above him. Get used to this look. It is your destiny. Labyrinth of the Ancients. Gentlemen, the secrets of ancient Alec beckon. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here as an overseer and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allegan history, it seems logistical. Why did I say logistical? It seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large, lopsided gate found to the southeast. I think instead of trying to go for Jonathan Bailey's voice, I'm just going to try to capture his youthful optimism here. I'll probably have a bit more success with that. More water while I can. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you are the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. Alright, so we gotta destroy the cherry-flavored one, then the blueberry one, then... What do you think? Is it lime or green apple? I'm leaning towards lime. And plot twist, the last one isn't lemon, it's actually banana. But not like real banana, it's like that weird artificial banana, which surprisingly enough, I heard rumor that like artificial candy banana is actually closer tasting to what bananas used to taste like. And at some point in our history, bananas changed taste? I don't know. Anyway, what were we doing? Right, Crystal Tower. I say, the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. Yeah, it is weird. Bananas used to taste different. I think that's a fact. I heard that somewhere. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see that they work. You got it, Sid. You can do it. I believe. That's not how you... That's not like the orientation you'd think he'd use, right? You think you'd like stab it, right? Success! I, for one, am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. You wouldn't think to punch them. You gotta stab them. You didn't even punch it, you just held it up to it. What's the point of making them fang-shaped if you're not gonna stab something? So, like, it's probably a good thing that Rambros isn't here, because he'd probably freak out over the fact that all these statues of, like, an ancient civilization that are clearly artifacts are just haphazardly getting destroyed as we make our way through. This last one is yours, old friend. It seemed only right. Can I at least stab it, please? Please tell me we get to stab it. Stab. Damn it! So unsatisfying. What a horrible game. Why does anyone play this? I'm gonna make a note. So, in case you're wondering just how bad my memory is, I have to make notes for certain instances in streams to know when to clip things. So I just have a list of clips that I need to make. Let's see. And I'll get around to those. There's still one on this list I haven't gotten to yet. Otherwise, I will straight up forget. I'll be like, is there anything from this stream that I can turn into a clip? Well, there's no notes, so clearly, obviously not.
Haha, we did it! So much for the outer defenses.
Indeed. The entrance to the tower is near at hand. My bloody...
I almost read that as my bloody fairy.
My blood fairly sings with anticipation.
Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here for while Urela and a hand-picked party of his adventuring companions enter the tower.
What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure.
Is it just me, or are they really, like, selectively using the camera when they show Graha to not show his red eye? It's been very unnoticeable so far. I mean, granted, it is hidden partially under his hair, but I feel like they're specifically not showing it on purpose. We did, and we will, but our investigation must proceed at more measured pace. If the outside of the place is as well defended, you can imagine what awaits us on the inside. Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Urela here fits the description better than anyone I know. Okay, they show a little bit of it there. Look at how disappointed he is. Graha wants to go. No, look at him. And it is not as if I want to read this line like Sid's is dead, and trying to get a disappointed kid to understand. And it's not as if we shall be idle in his absence, while Urela and his companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower. We can set up about analyzing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, Historian Graha Tia. Bah! Do you ever tire of being right, old man? Urela, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me to at least provide you some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During the initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain that the maze is secure, contact me via link show, and we shall join you post-haste. No matter what Master Garland says. Though we would prefer it if any relics you encounter remained intact, I say, as we just destroyed all these. You have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Urela. He's so angry. Alright, do we finally have it? Yeah, bwoof! We're in. Well, not yet, but we're gonna get in. So yeah, when I first joined up, I think I got this far. I unlocked the Crystal Tower, and it's like, oh, no, wait, no, I did it afterwards. Yeah, that's right. Because my friend told me there was no point in unlocking it if I couldn't do it. Well, let's get in there. 10 minutes. The fuck am I supposed to do for 10 minutes? Drink some water, that's what. Do I have any more stories I can share? Let's see. I can talk a little bit of my storied career through FF14. Urela is obviously not the first character I've made to journey through this game. He's not a second. He's probably like somewhere around the 25th. I've made a lot of alts. Like, none of them are like up to speed on the story or anything, but they're there and they look pretty, and that's all that matters, right? I've got a few that are partially through the story, but then my attention is drawn elsewhere, so yeah. When I first started playing, I started with not even an original character. I saw one of the hair options for Mikote looked a lot like Riku's hair from Dream Drop Distance, and I was like, oh, I'll just make Riku. And then I made Catboy Riku, and I carried Catboy Riku from around Reborn all the way to, I want to say, 3.4. 3.4 is when I switched off of Riku and made Vanitas from Kingdom Hearts. So, went from one Kingdom Hearts character to another. Then after that, I made like my first, I guess, OC. Didn't have a shred of lore. Nothing, just a pretty cat boy to look at. And I think I called him Darksky way back then. Then, when did I make my first proper, I think Allah was the first proper OC I had that had lore attached to him. And granted, there wasn't nearly as much lore about him as there is now. Well, I started Allah. I made the name switch to Allah partway through Stormblood, but I think at the beginning of Stormblood is when I made, like, base Allah 1.0. And, his look evolved over the years. He used to have a lot shorter hair. He used to have red eyes. And the reason why I changed... it went from red to blue, just because I thought blue eyes were more aesthetically pleasing. But then I changed his eyes to his signature golden eyes for Shadowbringers, as sort of like an inside joke of like, oh, we are the Shadowbringers. We're going to get Norded. Everybody's going to get Norded. We're all turning evil. Ha 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 ha. So I gave him golden eyes as a joke, and it just stuck. I think I was halfway through Shadowbringers and I'm like, oh no, I really like him with gold eyes. And then I never left off that. Then we have Urela here, whose lore I'm still figuring out. I've got sort of the basis of his pre-Reborn Reborn stuff figured out. Which is, he was raised in the Dravanian colony alongside Y'shtola and her sister and Matoya, which is why he has a Makote name. He's not in... When Viera leave their forest homelands, they often take up names of either things that they like, or they adopt naming conventions of other races. So being around Y'shtola and Ymitra, who he both considers his sisters, he added Y to his name, and added Tia because obviously he's not a Noon. So that's how that came about, and he would migrate to Sharlayan with Y'shtola and Ymitra, and that's sort of the base of his pre-Realm Reborn stuff. It's figuring out what kind of character he is now that I'm currently plotting. I want him to be really confident, really cocky. But given where I want him to be in Heavensward, I need to set a limit on how much that is. It's a delicate balance that I'm figuring out as I go. And this wait is taking a really long time. Is there anything else I can do in the meantime? All my other quests are just just go do these dungeons, because that's what else I was doing. Actually, how much money I got on me? Not a whole lot. Do I have enough to buy anything in Mor Dhona? I always need more stuff. I think I was saving for a weapon, because that's what I need next. Come on, it's mid-afternoon. People can be doing Crystal Tower. Let's go. Alright. How much is a weapon? I gotta go over here. Weapons are 600. So maybe after Crystal Tower I'll be able to get one? I think that's my lowest item level right now. Got this level 50. Those are all 90. And these are all good. So yeah, it's the weapon I need to get next. Then I can start on armor. Yeah. I started out with nothing but Mayar, my wool. And because me and my friends got into the RP scene, we all helped with each other's backstories that got intertwined. Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of what I did. I didn't really have a whole lot of lore for Allah when I started with him, when I made him. Just that the only real bit of lore that I had for him was that he was raised in Ishgard. And that he had a twin brother that he didn't know about. And I was hoping that one day I'd be able to get a friend or something into FF14, and then they could play the role of his twin, which they did. I got a friend in. My friend was like, hey, I'm going to be checking out FF14, and we had been really close RP partners for about a year or two at that point. And I was like, and oddly enough, we had RP'd as twins beforehand. So I'm like, hey, do you want to kind of keep this trend going and be Allah's twin? And they said yes, enthusiastically. And they've been Allah and Eri ever since. I fucking adore my boys. I'm so proud of Allah and Eri and all their lore and whatnot. We've got some legitimately cool shit for them. So, ultimately, Allah's lore became that he was raised by Alberic, the same person who raised Estinian, so Allah and Alberic were sort of like brothers. I mean, Allah and Estinian are sort of like brothers. So he knew Estinian very well. And with Ishgard being undoubtedly inspired by the Catholic Church and everything like that, I was like, okay, so Allah obviously needed to desperately be in the closet while he was growing up. And that was something that he struggled with. Meanwhile, Eri, his lore is that he was raised by a wealthy family in Kugane. The Bokairo family, who owned the Bokairo Inn, I believe. And so he was basically seen as like Hingen? Is it Hingen over there? Kugane royalty. And he left that life because he was sort of getting bored of it and ventured out to Eorzea for the life of an adventurer to see what that was like. And the two just happened to run into each other in Hawker's Alley, is where we decided their first meeting took place. And I think the funny thing that Jess and I decided is they didn't, when they first met, they started up a conversation without getting a look at each other. So they sort of accidentally flirted with each other when they first met, having no idea that they were twins. And now they just flirt with each other to freak people out. Oh, those boys. Oddly enough, both Jess and I are sort of, for the moment, retiring Allah and Eri. They were, they just wanted to try out some different stuff, and they told me about it. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's your character. You do what you want with them. So, and me, I wanted to have a wool that better represented my skin tone, my real life skin tone, and Allah is very pale. So, which was inspired by, the whole debacle with FF16 and lack of races in that. So that's what spurred that. I'm like, sometimes if you want representation, you got to make it yourself. Fortunately, we've been very lucky in FF14. There's a lot of good representation of other races and other cultures. But I wanted to have that representation in myself, so that's where Urela came from. I think I want to maybe introduce a bit more tribal stuff into his lore, but we'll see, just because of my ancestral tribal background. And this queue is taking a really long time. Oh, the unfortunate circumstances of live streaming while having to wait in a queue. Sometimes I can go off on a tangent and kill 5 minutes, and then you're like, oh, now what? Oh, hey, a member of the G tribe, look at that. Suppose I could just do quests. Do I have any quests? No, wrong one. Yeah. That's the one that needs to be up top. Oh, boy, boy, boy. Well, I suppose I can talk about what I wanted to do with Urela. For Urela, I want him to get hit, like, an emotional crit. I want his confidence to be taken down a peg come 2.5, obviously. So what I'm thinking is, like, when he takes up this life of an adventurer, he was a gleaner beforehand in Charlian. When he took up this life of an adventurer, it was because he very much wanted to be like a hero. So him and Graha sort of had a lot of that in common. And, like, I imagine after losing Graha in 2.5, and then the bloody banquet happening, like, I was just like, that's gotta, like, mentally destroy him. But given what I want him to do in... I guess I can go ahead and say what his canon job will be in Heaven's Ward. It's gonna be Dark Knight. I thought I think that's the perfect time. I love Dark Knight too much. I love the lore of Dark Knight and the story of Dark Knight too much to not do Dark Knight with my main OC, right? So for Alla, he became a Dark Knight after losing Harshaphant, who was also a very close friend of his, even prior to Reborn and everything. For Urela, I think he's going to become a Dark Knight as soon as I'm able to unlock it. Where his confidence and everything has been severely taken down, the world has turned its back on him, despite him doing everything in his power to be what he envisions a hero to be. Right? So after all the sacrifice and everything like that, here comes his darker thoughts whispering in the back of his head, telling him, hey, it's time to Batman this shit up. And I am very quickly running out of things to say. Oh God, how long am I going to be here? Let me in! Let me in! Duty Finder. Leveling? No, I haven't unlocked this roulette yet. Damn. Oh boy. I might have to take a break, actually, until this thing fucking queues. God, that'd be so fucking sloppy, though. I definitely don't want to cut this into 2 parts. That'd be weird. A freaking part 15, part 15.5. I need company seals. What can I do to get those? I could do fates and leave quests. Suppose I can unlock some leave quests over here, right? These are the highest level ones in Reborn. What are the chances there's a party finder? Lock duty. All of them. Okay. Where is meat? Is there something I have to do first? I guess so. I probably have to do the initial one in Limsa. I did do the event, obviously, because I have the mount now. I sort of gave up on reading through it halfway through. Swift perch. Hello? There you are. Oh, boy. This is what this stream has become. Alright, what am I doing here? Wait, what's that noise it makes? Hold on, I need to put in both earbuds for this. For anyone wondering, while I remember this thing, if anyone's wondering what the days were like for queuing for things before we had like the party finder and like cross-world party finder and things like that, this is what it was like. I remember, but for like everything, right? So like dungeons, 50-minute waits. And Mateus was not always a huge server like it is today. Vastly populated. Mateus used to be a really, really, really low population server. And then one day, our peers were like, well, we can't fit any more in Balmung. No one's doing anything with Mateus. Let's take that one. And the rest is history. Oh. Here it is. Is this a... Wait, what's it called? Crabs? Crab and crabs. Alright, so what am I doing? Fucking eye drops. Bye. I did it. Alright, thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. Oh, fucking... I guess I should unplug those. Like I'm doing anything else right now. Ugh. Alright, you guys can shut up. Get out of there. Gotta wrap those up later. I've got so much wrapping to do. Unfortunately, not everything's here yet. Still waiting on stuff to come in. I think the last gift arrival should be tomorrow at some point. I'm expecting some things to come in today. I guess I should actually look into that while I have the time. Alright, Amazon, where's my shit? Arriving today by 8 p.m. and arriving tomorrow by 8 p.m. Okay, so that's the last of the gifts that are being shipped to me. Unfortunately, I feel like I've been packing to move after Christmas. So chilling in stream to take a break was lovely. Are you on your break? Thanks for spending it with me, I guess. But, what was I saying? Oh, right, Christmas. Let's see, I get paid Friday morning, 12 a.m. And, which means I can't go shopping until Friday, which is the day that I work all day. I've just been chilling, had to move some heavy furniture, and just got tired. And it's like 16 Fahrenheit outside right now with the wind. Hey! Please don't cancel. I'm running out of things to talk about. Come on. Okay. We're getting there. It's always the fucking healers and the fucking DPS. Who's gonna let us down? It's gonna be the DPS, as always. Come on. It's some schmuck like me, but they walked away from the controller. Come on. Come on. Get me in there. I have been waiting for 20 minutes. I'm out here talking about shit on my shopping list. Oh, thank the gods. We made it. We did it. We did it, team. Oh my god, do we have a Graha in the party? I think I saw a Graha. He's in a Christmas outfit. Yo, I used to love doing that with my Graha alt, just go through the Crystal Tower series. It's so much fun. Where is he? I know I saw him. Where is he? Where'd he go? I know I saw him, damn it. There he is! Get back here! You get back here! You can't escape me. He disappears in a sea of red every now and then. Fuck, I lost him. Where'd he go? There he is. Yay! We got a Graha in the party. And he's festive. Look at how festive he is. If I could give him my comm, I would. Do I have my menu? Do I? Yeah, okay, there it is. Hey, we actually get to fight things. So I haven't done a whole lot of Crystal Tower since Endwalker started, honestly. I haven't been doing a whole lot of grinding in general since Endwalker came out. But I think I remember, like, since they made the adjustments and shit, things in older content take a little bit longer to die. I feel like we would have been at the boss room by now. Look at him, there he is, he's next to me. Ooh, I need more water, my throat is sore. Yeah, I can't do a daily either. Especially, oh god, what step of Relic was it that was like, go do Crystal Tower like 50 times. After I was done with that, I was like, done, bruv. I did my time. Now get me out of here. Remember, this guy takes a little bit longer to kill now, too. It's the Bone Dragon. Bone Dragon is ready. Can't do a good impersonation right now because my throat hurts. Yeah. Do these things actually hurt now? Well, a little spicy. Let's back up. So, like, does this guy have an enrage? I think I heard whisperings about that. I've never seen one. Or is it just like, if you don't do certain mechanics, everyone dies? One or the other. Maybe both. I feel like I'm always playing caster when I come in here, because they die before I have time to cast. Starting to get sleepy. I mean, starting. I'm always tired. Hey. What are the chances the caster gear drops? Admittedly, the caster gear looks pretty good in this. Royal shoes. Sabatons. Don't do certain things people do. Big dead. Gotchas. Yeah, I figured as much. Never seen it happen, but I've heard tales. Man, like, release A Realm Reborn was a different fucking beast from what I've heard. Shit was hardcore. If you haven't already, you guys should go check out Larry Zor's History of FF14 videos, where he goes by and tells you, like, about how shit used to be and how shit evolved over time. And I'm heading to A, which is the wrong direction. So I've heard on JP servers, A, B, and C would be from right to left, which is interesting. I guess that makes sense. You need to bring it this way, so that the casters can get it. Did they stop doing this sort of mechanic after a while? I feel like once we got into, like, the Stormblood 24-mans, they stopped doing things where your damage or your progress can be halted by other party members from other alliances. Granted, other alliances can very much still kill you. I think we all remember the fucking death beams in the Near 24-man. I guess in general they like, maybe getting 24 people to all work together is a little harder than we thought. Everybody just wants to stay in their lane. Am I gonna do any damage here? Nope. Ah. Alright, give me something to punch. What are the chances I can kill something with a book smack in here? I want my turn to punch Thanatos. Not yet. Have not been selected yet. Oh man, Ifrit's never gonna catch up with him. This takes too long to cut. Oh, he's dead. Didn't even get a chance. Damn. Them's the brakes. Alright. What boss is next? Oh, right, this boss. Oh, I don't have the fucking water splash emote. We can't have fun in the lava anymore. Damn. Well, at least we can be heathens and not use the stairs. In case you didn't know, there are stairs right there. That is the intended path. I was actually surprised to find that out. It's like, what do you mean there's stairs there? Everyone jumps. Yeah, see what this guy's doing? Yeah. The fire actually does a little bit more damage than it used to, though. It used to be so fucking negligible. It was, especially if you were fully geared. Well, I'm not, like, full item level for Realm Reborn yet. So, maybe next time if I come back in fully kitted out, it might be negligible again. But it was like nothing. Like it barely registered on your bar. You definitely auto-healed faster than it could damage you. Oh, ran out of juice. And there's another one. Beat it up! Take its lunch money! Where's Graha? Where's the boy? I lost him. I lost my boy! Oh, there he is. Hopefully when we do Circus Tower, we'll get another Graha alt in with us. That would be fun. Oh fuck, ads. I forget, do we still not pay attention to ads? Is that still a thing we don't do? I think I'm the only... No, someone else is hitting that. Ow. That guy needs to go. Granted, the fucking behemoth is dying so fast. I really wonder what this fight was like at release. the fucking marker. Yay, we did it. Where did the tablet go? No one knows. Was it ever there to begin with? Oh, Lord, he thick, boy! Those motherfuckers didn't wait for us. God damn it. I'm watching a cutscene here. Lawless bastards. Oh, hey. Oh, wait. Fuck. I was looking at boots. Give me a time to look at these fucking kicks. Jesus. I think I can just teleport. I'm still not used to being able to just teleport right to a thing. I'm used to being locked the fuck out. That's an FF14 boomer thing. Okay, I am C. Time to go! The one fight where you still have to do mechanics. Oh fuck, I failed to use my swift cast. Hey, I got boots I can't use. Oh, why me? Help! Help! Help? Help? Question mark? Thank you. Get back on the things! If there is a fight that I have died to the most in this game, it's definitely this one. Because this is the fight where you undoubtedly have to rely on all 24 people the most. And it fucking shows. Grrr! What are Took down the big beefy boy. Where's Graha? Show me Graha. I want to see his pretty face. Labyrinth of the Ancients complete! Congratulations! You won! Is he still here? Nah, he probably left. Unrequited love gets my calm. Hey, I can use those. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Whee! Alrighty, let's get out of here. Always give your calm to unrequited love. Pretty cool in here, right? Oh there, Urela. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. Well, elegance, Emmett Selk, what do you expect? According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearly clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. He really did used to cross his arms a lot, didn't he? A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been How the fuck do you pronounce this? I never really look at this guy's name. I looked at it once and I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce that. And I moved on. Phlegethon? Not Archeon. Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Algan Revolution. And you gleaned from... and you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and if I have a certain, well, we say, affinity for the lore of the Algan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Algan's extraordinary technology. So learn the fucking lore. But wait, who's talking? Chief, you need to see this. JPEG. Well, there it is, the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store? What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am that I have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not been beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Scornock's Find for the present, and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Hard to talk, throat hurt. Alrighty, my guy, I gotta get back. Have a great rest of your stream and kick off. Oh, you were here for the most of it. Once we're done with these cutscenes, it'll be over. So thanks for stopping by. See you around later. Right then, to St. Cornox. I can't fly in here. God damn. In case you're wondering why I don't stream every day, it's because at the end of these streams my voice sounds like this. I need to look into, like, seriously, like, what voice actors do to keep their voices from tiring out. What the fuck does Sean Schimmel do when he's screaming for Goku? Is he just so used to it that, like, he doesn't have a throat anymore? It's all a magical illusion, and he uses sorcery to project his voice? I believe it. So good of you to join us, Urela. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full count of your experiences in the Labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. For prosperity. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting, if you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back, Urela. I have been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Give me that. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we have succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Urela's account, the Labyrinth defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allagan technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above the ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It was somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. Do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go.
A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication.
Then I move all further exploration to of the tower be delayed until such a time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure.
Don't forget about us.
It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores.
Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire.
You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation.
There it is. The famous pout. I've been waiting for him to do it again. We get little snippets of it here and there. As an observer, I am not strictly speaking subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Urela. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one of your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet come more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allagan Empire.
And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the task at hand, and that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned.
Does Graha hang out here on the in-between?
Speaking of the wrong hands...
Such a terrible mess, yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So, this is the legacy of the Allagan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the ultimate weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with.
Nero! No! It cannot be! Who could have seen this coming?
I believed the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Cid. Do not disappoint me.
He's a fun character to voice too. So, what's this one? Nope, Circus Tower. And that's it! There he is.
'Tis my most fervent belief that the Fellowship of Noah will, piece by piece, lay bare the long-buried secrets of the ancient Allagan's history. But the doing of it will require all your skill and more. Mayhap I can convince Master Garley to allow me to accompany you, that I might see some of these horrific guardians in the flesh. I am quite proficient with the bow, you know.
I have no doubt, Graha. It's okay. You're doing your best. Where is it? There. You got it. You're doing good. You're doing your best, baby. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate all you for stopping by and chatting with me. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and pressing that like button. And next stream will be next week after the holidays. We'll be jumping back into Sonic Frontiers, which has been a fun experience so far. Looking forward to diving back into that. And then after that, we will come back for 2.2, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a couple streams before we get back to the boyfriend here. It's okay. We'll definitely be seeing a lot more of him in the future. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Have a safe, happy holidays, whatever it is you celebrate or do not celebrate. Till then, follow me on Twitter and TikTok. I almost forgot to mention that. @MemoryOfDarksky on both. Bye, everybody.